Hello my friends, and today is a special video because I needed a lot of stuff. I need to restock some raw vegan essentials, so I thought I would bring you guys along to the grocery store and show you what I typically pick up while I go shopping. I'm gonna get these parsnips for my sushi recipe later, and a lot of you ask me if I sprout my own beans for some of my salads. I don't actually. I buy them like this, already pre-sprouted. There's some shoots and bean sprouts in there. Sometimes I will get mushrooms, but I'm not today. And pineapples are on sale, so I'm gonna get one of those. This is how I buy my lettuce. I like my red leaf and my butter leaf lettuce. So I think I get, let's see here. You can get endives, but I'm not gonna get this. I'm not gonna get any zucchini right now. Kale, celery. I'm gonna get some cauliflower for my sushi. And I'm gonna get this butter leaf living lettuce. I really like that in salads. And of course, my addiction to green onions. Some red peppers I think I'll get, and of course bananas. I need to pick up a couple bunches of bananas to keep up on that. Over here we have tomatoes, but I have a lot in my fridge, so I'm not going to get those. And horseradish, this will be in my raw vegan sushi. And check this out, guys, black garlic. I didn't actually get any, but you can find some really interesting stuff. I'm going to get some ginger, and I think I might get an avocado for my husband's share of sushi. Cucumbers are too expensive right now, so I'm going to lay off those for a while. Here are some dates that I'm going to get. I have never tried Tunisian dates, so I'm going to get some of those. And I'm going to pick up my typical box of medjool that are there. Let's see what else. Here are the bananas. I'm going to grab some of those. And I grabbed a mango. I'm going to make a mango salsa dressing later. Now, typically I'll pick up a cup of fruit, but I'm not quite hungry right now, so I'm not going to get that. But I typically pick up a cup of pineapple. Here are my raw cashews. I'm going to fill a bag of those. Keep those on hand for stuff like my raw cashew dip, and then spices, guys. I always have cayenne pepper on hand. I really like the chives, so those are good to add to dressings. There's my cinnamon. And I always have ground mustard on hand. You can activate it with a little bit of water. It's really good in sweet dressings. There's my paprika, but it needs to be smoked. I know I can get it in the jar. I always have oregano around. Oregano is great for Italian flavored items, and I also need to stock up on black pepper, but this bag is a little expensive. Red pepper flakes I need as well. So, and turmeric. Turmeric's good to have too for other dishes. There's my black pepper. Here's my smoked paprika. This is the one I get. I love the flavor of that one, and the color is amazing. It really colors your dressings really nicely. Pine nuts. I'm gonna make some Caesar dressing with this, I think, and they are expensive, but every once in a while I like to have variety in my food, so I'll get those once in a while. And my Brazil nuts. I ran out of those, and those are great for selenium. You just need one a day, and I'll throw those into, like, one or two into a dressing. I'm only showing these because you're going to see them in my cart. They're actually for my husband, so I don't consume these, but he does. So those are his vegan dinners. So here are my bok choy, my parsnip, there's my lettuce. I got some mung bean sprouts because I'm going to make an Asian salad with those. My strawberry tomatoes, some kale. Here's my ginger. My green onions, I feel like I eat too many of those, but I love them. Some carrots, my sprouts. There we go. Pepper. I have a lot at home, but I needed a red one for my sushi. There's my pineapple, which I will have probably tomorrow morning. Avocado. And horseradish. I rarely see horseradish, so when I saw it in the store, I got really excited. I wanted to make my sushi because you can grate that, and you'll see later I'm actually going to make them on this video. So here's the rest of my food. I do not eat potatoes. Again, those are for my husband, but they're on the video, so I wanted to clarify that. So this is his spice as well. That's not mine. But here's my smoked paprika, my dates, my nuts, and let's see, what else do I have here? I love my cashews, even though they're not raw, and Brazil nuts. There's my stuff for my sushi that I'm going to make. Yes, I have an avocado. I know. It's for my husband's sushi. And there's my lettuce, my pineapple, my mung beans, and here's my mango, my bananas, and my lettuces. So this was my grocery haul, so you guys can see kind of what I would get if I was missing a few ingredients, and I'm just stocking up on a lot of things. I mean, the dates and the nuts and the spices are the most expensive things in my shopping haul, and every once in a while I do need to pick them up, but these are cool. They're strawberry tomatoes. I'm really excited to try those. I really like to find new and interesting things at the grocery store, and it's a really good idea to try different stuff. Like this is horseradish. It tastes like wasabi, and it's great to add to raw vegan sushi. Just grate it up. So here we go. I'm going to start on that sushi. I'm going to chop the cauliflower and parsnip with some dates in the Vitamix so that it turns into a rice-like texture. I start with a little bit at a time, and then I mix it all in a bowl at the end because the Vitamix can't take it all. This is the sauce. It's black sesame seeds with dates, garlic, some spices, lemon juice. I will put the recipe in the description so you guys can see it. This is what it looks like. It's dark because I used black sesame seeds, so I'm going to use that as a paste to keep it all together. And here's my untoasted nori sheet I get from cveg.com. They're untoasted and raw and ethically harvested. So there's my horseradish. I grated some carrots and red pepper, my sprouts, and here's my cauliflower rice with dates and parsnip in it. I'm also going to make a dip. I have this wasabi powder. It's, again, not quite raw, but it's horseradish powder, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of coconut aminos, so it's kind of like a spicy wasabi dip. You can leave this out if it's going to bother you or if you don't believe that it is part of a raw vegan diet, but again, I'm going to have it. So I'm going to spread this sauce on my wrap just to hold everything together. And you might want to do it quite quickly. Fill it halfway with the rice and then, stuff it with the stuff, roll it up, and then chop it up into little pieces. Here we go. Here's our sushi. I always end up eating the ends because they fall apart. But this is what they look like, and they're pretty well held together. You can roll them tighter and they stick better, but here's another one for my husband. It's got avocado in it. I added a little bit more sauce to it, and we'll roll that up, and here we go, finished product. There's my sauce, and here's all of my sushi. I made like 4 rolls of it because I can eat a lot. So here we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, my little shopping trip and my little sushi. If you guys like this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. You can find me over at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouFood, all at Raw Food Romance. If you guys have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below, and I'll check you out on the next video. I'm going to do another what I ate a day in a day video, and it will include this wonderful sushi. So there will be a link back to this video. Remember to check the recipe in the description of this video, and until the next one, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, fruity filled vegetable day, and I'll see you later. Fruit on!